We can no longer pretend that this isn't happening. We are slowly losing Vim. Lord, give us the cure. She is still my home. Barbados is still my home. She is still my home.
I think that when, as a small country, we have, as many people have said, we've been punching above our weight and doing quite well as a small nation. And what I'm hoping to come out of all the celebration is a rekindling of that pride, that sense of that patriotic feel that we have always had in our country. I'm hoping that out of that we can get that coming back, and Barbadians feeling proud to be Barbadians and proud about all that we have achieved as a country. So this is going to be a special year, and I believe that, you know, it is clear to people across the world that Barbados has done quite well as a small country with little or nothing. People ask, how are we able to do it, to remain quite stable and not have a lot? And I'm proud that we would have done so well over the last 50 years as an independent nation.
What are some of the, what would you say is one of the major achievements of Barbados over the years?
Well, I think that over the years, but our education system, I think that the mere fact that we've been able to educate our people, which is always going to be an important thing. I think that we have managed through free education to be able to educate our people, because knowledge is power. And also our health system, I think that our health services, based again on the small amount of resources that we have, because our greatest resource really is our people. I think that we've been able to do quite well in terms of looking after the health of our country as well. So these are great achievements.
And what do you need to do?
We need to improve on those two as well. We need to continue to improve on those two, not just sit on our laurels. I think that the education system as is, there's a need for constant revamping. I think that we need to retool the minds of our people in terms of how they approach life. I think that education has to be a rounded thing, a very well-rounded thing. So we have to, from early, you know, teach our children in a very rounded way, and make them understand that, you know, growth is not just about being able to go to school and learn something and remember it and write it down. They have to grow as individuals, grow in terms of their attitudes, in terms of their approach to life in general, because that in itself helps to build who you become. I think that we need to build people, work on building people rather than just building infrastructure. We need to focus a lot on building the people of Barbados.
And where does Red Plastic Bag fit into all of this?
Well, through song, I'm hoping that I can do my little part, but as it relates to contributing to the development of young people, I've always, you know, put my hand up and say yes, I am willing to be part of that. I am an honorary member of many organizations in the diaspora, and I've been contributing in that regard in terms of helping them to raise money to contribute to the economy here, and to have services as well, because I mean I can't help but to mention organizations like the organization in Tampa, the Barbados Association of Tampa Bay, and also Bacon J in New Jersey, and the organization of the coalition of organizations in Orlando. These are organizations that have done quite well in terms of making major contributions to Barbados, and I've been part of them. And anything that I can do to help my country, I'm willing to do. I'm a proud Barbadian.
Now let's go back a little bit to Calypso. How would you assess the current state of the art form in Barbados today?
Well, unfortunately, the art form across the Caribbean uh, has been commercialized. Everything is about party primarily, and people are saying that calypso is dying. I beg to differ. I think that the calypsonian is dying, not calypso. I think that calypsonian that embraces the art form and understands what the art form is all about no longer exists. Most of the people who are involved in soca music, they don't see it. They see it differently. They're making a song for a festival for a particular time, most of them, and after that they're looking to make a song for the next festival. This is why a lot of the songs that we hear now, as the people are saying, they will never become what we call classics. They will never become, because everything is wine and joke and jam, and the substance is sadly lacking in most of the tunes that we are making, but that is because of the fact that our songs are driven by the festival. And what goes on within the festival tends to drive our music. Whereas had it been the other way around, with the music driving the festival, the topics would be broader. So if we want our music to go beyond the festival, we have to think beyond the festival in terms of our compositions and the way we approach our topics.
But do you see that happening?
It is happening musically. I think that musically we are making some great strides musically. The music is evolving. The music, the musicianship, and the accompaniment to the content, the lyrical content, is quite good. But we're still writing joke and jam and wine and go down to the ground, and it's still about mass and costume, and that are all part of the festival. If you had to go through every single carnival within the diaspora, if you had to go through every single carnival, you'll get to realize that at least 95% of the songs are about whining in effect, dancing in effect, and so on, because that is what we tend to write for.